Greg Grippo is here.
Yes, I am. Hello, Amanda.
How random are we?
It is random. I've
We're so random.
We've been in the same spot before.
I know we're talking about.
Wait, no.
Are we so weird? Why didn't we say hello? What are you talking about? Which place?
The Ed Sheeran Spotify thing.
I was so awkward.
You wouldn't make eye contact with me. I kept on trying to.
You're such a liar.
I was attempting to say hi to you, but you wouldn't make eye contact with me. It was like directly after my season, so like this was like going on 4 years ago. But
why didn't you say hi then, you weirdo?
I didn't think you liked me. And I was like, she doesn't want to say hi. And I was like, it's okay. Were you with like your husband?
I was with my husband.
Yeah.
People that listen know this about me. Like, I don't really go to events usually because it's not like I'm like awkward. It's just like, but you don't give up like a free Ed Sheeran personal concert.
That was wild.
That was such a good invite.
That was really
like to
cool.
Things that are worth it. I go like, if I'm going, it's like, it's worth it.
I had no idea it was going to be like that. But
that he would serenade us?
Yeah, he really did.
When was this? You're saying this was like 2022? Right after your season? I remember you were with Andrew.
Yeah, it was either end of 21 or right in the beginning of 22. But it was cold outside still, so I want to say it was end of 21.
The thing is, what do you do in that situation? So like, I know you from the show. Mm-hmm. How did you know who I was?
And I saw your clips talking about me.
I wasn't talking shit, was I?
Sometimes.
Okay. So were you like, what do you like, should I have come up and said like, hey, Greg?
Well, no, I saw one clip that you were like really nice. You were talking nice about me. Mm-hmm. And then I think I changed maybe your perception towards the end of the season.
I was defending you with the acting classes for sure. Mm-hmm. I was like, shut up.
Yeah. That was nice.
I think it was that.
Thank you.
And yeah, I like to really dive. I know this about myself. I don't remember what I said then, but I don't like to paint one person as horrible. Like I really try to find the middle ground.
That's great. That's great of you.
And obviously like you because you're here today.
Yeah, likewise.
But so why didn't you say hi to me?
I was timid.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
You and Andrew were there, I remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were there. We had a good time.
If we could go back in time, by the way, I really think that today's Amanda would have come up to you.
What was different about the other Amanda?
Maybe I was like just more timid.
I agree. So we were both timid.
Yeah, we're timid. Mm-hmm. We're just so small. But I would have come up and I would have said, Greg, what's the motherfucking tea? That's what I would have said today.
And I would have gave you the tea.
I would have been like, tell me everything.
I probably would have.
Stop.
It's okay.
What a miss. But we did meet at Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
So the reason why you're here today, aside from us being so random, is because I'm obsessed with you on TikTok, which I don't even like TikTok, you guys, okay? I don't even like it. However, you do it the best that I've ever seen it been done.
Wow, that's really nice. Thank you.
Is that crazy?
Thank you. That is crazy.
You're so good at it.
That's a crazy compliment.
I swear.
That's a crazy compliment. I almost didn't download TikTok a while ago. But I mean, I'm glad I did. I have fun with it.
You're good at it.
Thank you.
Scary good at it. Oh, here's the other thing. I think that any other dude but you who would do it would be so incredibly cringy.
Wow.
And I would be so icked out by them.
That is a major compliment.
But you doing it, how is it not cringy and icky?
I think that, maybe even like in the beginning, maybe I think that you just can't take yourself too seriously. And I think the more you care, the less people will like it and enjoy it.
But then you know what people do? So, okay, that's you naturally. But then people will say, wow, Greg is going really well for him on TikTok. And it seems like he doesn't care and that he's not taking himself too seriously. I'll do that.
That's true.
And then it doesn't work for them because it's not the real thing. They're trying to do the thing that will get the thing. But for you, it happens naturally. You also have the rhythm and the blue jeans that we discussed.
I do have the blue jeans. Yeah.
These are the jeans.
These are the jeans. Yeah. I wish I could say that I own a few pair of them, but these are my only pair.
The only pair. And I knew them right away. The minute I saw you today, I was like...
You did? Yeah, it was like the first thing. It was the first thing you said
imagine?
to me.
Also, the girls are thirsting. How does that feel?
Over my jeans?
Over you?
It's not, it's, you know what? There's, people are nice on TikTok for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, people are sweet.
Because they don't even care about the season. They don't even care about anything.
Mm-hmm.
They're not talking about it still.
Yeah, no, that happened a while ago.
Yeah.
No
one's
that'd
like
be crazy if people were still bringing up like Katie in my comments.
I mean, people are crazy though, so it wouldn't be that crazy.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But you've had a public relationship since.
Yeah.
I shipped it actually.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah, thank you.
I think I even posted like I ship.
No, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were cute.
Yeah.
We would laugh together.
We had fun together. Yeah.
So what happened?
It just didn't work out between us. And it was a mutual decision. And she's great. But it just, at the end of the day, it just didn't work out. We just had to go our separate ways.
Did you think you were going to like get married?
There was discussions about it for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, especially at this day and age, like I want to date with intention. And that relationship, we really tried. We really gave it our best shot.
Are you a good boyf?
I mean, I think that I could have done better in past relationships, but today I do believe that I'm a different version of myself and would be a good boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you dating?
I mean, I've dated lightly here and there, but like for the past year, I've been really taking it slow with my dating life. This is like the first year that I've ever been fully single. And it's interesting. Like, I feel like ever since like, Jesus, like 14, 15 years old.
You've been a couple.
I've been in a relationship or like somebody to like wake up to in the morning and text. And yeah, I've always like tried to get into a relationship. And this is like the first year where I haven't put too much pressure on it. And I've kind of just been like enjoying my alone time. And I do believe that since I'm not looking, like the right person will come.
Are you like being single and like fuckboy vibes?
Oh, no.
No. Just literally nothing.
No, I'm not being fuckboy vibes at all. I mean, I've gone out to drinks with people, but like never like past like really like a first date. Like I just I've just been taking it slow in my life. I don't want to lead anybody on at this point in my life. And like
but what are you looking for? Why is it so hard to get into that
I think,
part of yours?
I think that I feel like I've done a lot of self-reflecting this past year. And I think that my big thing is that, you know, I really want to build like a friendship with someone prior to going into that relationship and like taking it slow with them just for like longevity wise. My parents were legit best friends. They did everything together and they were such a good example for like what I want in life. And so taking it slow is really important to me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a Gemini.
I am.
Me too.
Are you? When's your birthday?
May 31st.
Oh, wow. Like
you're June what?
5 days away from me. I'm June 5th.
What like Gemini men? What's the vibe?
I mean, we get a bad rep.
You do.
Yeah.
There aren't prime examples of the leading Gemini
We're supposed to have like two sides to us.
Right, but I think men like even worse than the Gemini ladies.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Have you ever dated a Gemini?
I have not. My son now is a Gemini. And I'm like, what awaits?
Oh, interesting.
I do listen, when you're a Gemini, like you love being a Gemini. You know, I'm just worried. Like, I feel like for a girl, it comes out like, oh, she's spicy. She's crazy.
Yeah.
For a guy, I don't know, Kanye.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree. I feel like especially if you're being into astrology, like I hate bringing up that I'm a Gemini because people are like, oof.
If you're on a date with a girl and she's like wants to know your star rising.
My rising. Yeah. I've downloaded CoStar in the past.
You have?
Yeah.
For like a date?
Yeah.
And then they're like, a Gemini.
Oh, Sag rising. I don't know what I am.
Sag.
I think I might be
something, and I say Sag, and everyone makes fun of me. I'm a Sag. You're not Sag. You made that up. Jeez. I mean, I could pull up my CoStar, but I think there's a Sag in there somewhere. I have a Sag.
Yeah.
And I have the Not Scorpio. What else is there? What am I? Cancer, right. I'm Cancer something. It is a nice little thing. Like if you look into it, all your stuff. What's the tattoo that says 8?
Oh, that's from my dad. That's cool that you noticed that. I've been like almost like I feel like hiding my wrist.
You're like, what? How did you see that?
Yeah, it was like my dad always told us that like 8 was like such a big number in the family, and that number was like we grew up with like an 8 for like the number of on like our street, and then our phone number had like 5 8s in it. And then he actually, when he passed, it was weird. The time that he passed was on 808. My nephew, who was born and named after him, was born on 808 as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did all of you, the siblings, get it tattooed, or was it just you?
No, it was just me. It was my first tattoo.
Do you have more now?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry about your dad.
Thank
I
you.
remember that,
Yeah.
talking about it on your season and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you said you're having an upcoming trip with your whole family soon.
It's our first trip since I think I was in high school.
How old were you when he passed?
So he passed in 2019. So I was 25 at the time.
Oh, so when you went on the show, it had been like,
it was like a year and a half, 2 years.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was fresh. It was fresh. I was in a fragile spot still. And I honestly didn't even I don't think I really comprehended what kind of spot that I was in. I feel like I was going through a lot at that time. Like I got into like grief counseling. It was like my first ever therapist. And I was so apprehensive to go into therapy after. And I met this guy, and I was so close to him. His name was Ron Martino, and he was so smart and so sharp. He's around like 87 years old though. So like me and him would meet once a week, and I'd be sitting across the desk from him. We were together for around 7 or 8 months, and then he ended up passing.
He was your counselor.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then he passed away.
Yeah, from cancer.
Ay.
Yeah.
Did you continue with it? And then you got on the show, so you're saying, did you stop in the middle or something?
No, I stopped, and then I went on the show. I went on the show maybe like 7 or 8 months later. And then after the show, I went back in therapy. I've been through a lot of therapy.
Yeah?
I've been through a lot. Yeah, I feel like...
Are you still in it now?
I'm looking for a new one currently in New York. I actually just scheduled consultation last night.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Go therapy.
Yeah, no, I
Do you dread it, like when you have to go to the first one?
Yeah, the first one, because I just want to get right into this, right into the stuff. You know, I want to develop that relationship. You really don't want to
be like, oh, and then I grew up and my sister, and they have to get all the names and all the relationships, and then you have to tell them about The Bachelor. Like you have to tell them about The Bachelor and the whole thing.
Absolutely, I know.
And then you rather just them like know it.
Yeah.
So we can delve right in.
Honestly, I don't even think it's more of like the Bachelor stuff I even like need to talk about, rather than like growing up. I think that I feel like I've pushed down so much of like what I went through as like a child, that like I feel like this past year I feel like I've been like trying to understand it more and understand like why, you know, I have I don't know, certain anxiety about things, or if things
you have anxiety.
No, I don't have anxiety, but I'm saying like in the past, like in my 20s, and I feel like where does that come from? And
you're trying to like dig, you're trying to understand.
Yeah, and I feel like that's come through like my childhood, without a doubt.
That's such a green flag, probably, if like for a potential lady that you're like working on yourself, you're trying to figure stuff out, you're going to therapy.
I'm trying. Yeah. I'm trying.
There are some things that I suggest to you that are a serious no-brainer. So right now I want to tell you about Built. If you haven't heard about Built, you're about to thank me, okay? Because you're about to earn points on paying rent. I know. Until now I was like, oh, I can earn points on rent, but what about my rent? Well, now you can, you guys. And guess what? You don't even have to check with your landlord. You could just start earning points to use towards flights, hotels, fitness classes, you know, I'm fitness girly, and even your next rent payment. If you are renting, I'd start taking advantage of Built. If I were you, here's the thing. There's no cost to join Built. As a member, you'll earn valuable points on rent and your everyday spending. Built points can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, and also ones that you haven't heard of. There are over like 500 airlines and 700,000 hotels around the world that you can redeem your Built points towards. Points can also be redeemed towards a future rent payment and unique experiences that only Built members can access. So if you're not earning points on rent, my question is, why not? So come on. Start earning points in rent you're already paying by going to joinbuilt.com/notskinny. That's joinbuilt, joinbilt.com/notskinny. Make sure you use my URL so that they know that I sent you. Joinbuilt.com/notskinny to start earning points on your rent payments today. Looking back to the days where we didn't understand the importance of the gut and like our stomachs were just another freaking thing in our body. Whereas now it's like literally like I feel like it's your brain and your gut. Like those are the two things that matter the most. And one of the things that I really implemented into my life is taking DS-01, which is a probiotic by Seed. Have you heard of Seed? Because it's amazing and everyone's talking about it. It's all the rage and it's like the best probiotic out there. Listen, I'm the first to know, like having bloat can really like ruin your life. Having issues going to the bathroom can really affect your mental health. So if you're looking to make a change and give your gut what it needs to do those things, make sure that you're taking DS-01. It's formulated with 24 clinically and scientifically studied strains that support whole body benefits, like we talked about, gut health, skin health, heart health, immune health, gut barrier integrity, gut microbiome balance, and micronutrient synthesis, all in just 2 capsules a day. 92% of Seed members have recommended DS-01 to a friend or family member, and it's been shown to increase good gut bacteria by 400%. Get ahead of the new year with a routine that helps you now by going to seed.com/skinny and use code 25skinny to get 25% off your first month. That's 25% off your first month of Seed's DS-01 Daily Synbiotic at seed.com/skinny. The code is 25skinny. Okay, I'm so excited. The day finally came for me to do an ad for this brand. They're called Primally Pure, and I've been using their products since they sent them to me. In my hand right now is their Plumping Mist, which let me tell you, it's like the best thing ever. It has organic aloe vera juice in it. It's like a spritz on your face, and it's not only rejuvenating mist, it also just has such good things for your skin, and it really gives me that glow, and I love just spraying it on my face a few times a day. They also have this amazing like dry shampoo that I really, really like, and also this like face salve. Like every product I tried has been like amazing, and I couldn't wait to tell you about it because I love finding a clean, non-toxic beauty product. Primally Pure, you guys, is just so good. It's clean living vibes. It's non-toxic vibes. They source ingredients that are regeneratively grown, organic, and wild crafted whenever possible. So they literally use nature. No chemicals, fragrances, or fillers from skin, body, baby, hair, and home. Oh my God, their deodorant. I love their cult following natural deodorant. You guys, it's just so good. Primally Pure. If you haven't heard of them, please check them out. Use code NOTSKINNY to get 15% off your Primally Pure purchase. That's www.primallypure.com and use code NOTSKINNY at checkout for 15% off your order.
Mm-hmm. But your childhood always sounded to me like it was so kind of picturesque, the way that you painted it with like your family and being such a familial guy and you're like a great uncle and all those things.
Yeah, I think that I just it was tough just because, you know, growing up, my parents always thought I was a ladies' man. And so I switched a lot of schools. I think I went through 5 different schools in a matter of like 7 years.
Wait, why?
So I got held back in 5th grade. I was like, you know, that June month when like you're either the youngest or the oldest. Mm-hmm. And I was so tiny. I must have been
in size.
I was like 4'9", 4'10", like probably like 75 pounds. And
At what age are you talking about?
gosh, what was that? How old am I at 5th grade? 12 years old or 13?
10 years.
10, how old?
Fifth?
Yeah.
It's 10, no?
Is it 10? Jeez, okay.
I mean, that
Maybe.
sounds crazy. It's 10? It does sound crazy.
That does sound crazy.
Yeah.
And so I transferred to this, my public school. And so there's 2 separate schools in my town where you can go either TJ or Hoover. And so all of my best friends that I grew up with were all on the other side of town. They all went to Hoover. So I was by myself in this school.
Why?
It was just close to my house.
Oh, the closer one.
And I would just my parents thought I was going to thrive, but it was just the whole opposite of that. And I never had the guts to tell them. I was kind of I didn't want to let them down because they thought that I was going to be like a cool kid at school, but I was getting my ass whooped.
Really?
Like almost every other day, like in the locker room. They would like choke me. I'd be like crying until they stopped. And
you didn't tell your parents because they thought you were like so cool.
Yeah, and I didn't have any guy friends, so I sat at an all girls table. And then it was just, I just no guys liked me in the school. At TJ, and then I also didn't tell my like best friends what was going on in that
from
school.
the other.
I was a little embarrassed. And then eventually, like I got knocked out in gym class, and then they
what? Because somebody like punched you?
Well, they choked me and like I like almost like passed out in like the middle of class.
Oh my God.
And then this podcast is getting rough. Holy shit. We're doing fine now. I'm okay. So yeah, so then I switched schools out of that place, and then man, I think that was just like a lot. Kids are rough. And
why do you think they were picking on you?
I think I was an easy target.
Because you were small.
And then
kids are the worst.
Yeah, so
kids can be the worst. They aren't the worst, but they can be the worst.
So like being just friends with girls in that school, everyone was like questioning my sexuality and stuff. So like that was also just like a rough time for me, and just and then it kind of
were you friend zoned by these girls?
Yeah, and I think like 1 or 2 of them like had a crush. So like one of them, I was in like 7th grade at the time. One of them had a boyfriend. I think that we had a little crush on each other, and then like the kid that she was dating was in high school, so he was a freshman in high school, and he would always be like waiting outside the middle school, and like it was like my first phone at that point. And, like we still had AIM back then, I'm pretty sure. And eventually like my parents saw on my AIM that this kid was like messaging me saying he was like gonna like shoot me and stuff. And then it carried on into high school. I can't even believe I'm digging in like this. And then
you said you're looking for therapy.
Yeah.
So here we go.
And then eventually my freshman year of high school was like continuing to happen. But like my best friends were also in school, but I also wouldn't tell them just because like these kids that were doing it were also really close with my best friends. And like, I kind of just like wanted to be in the crew. And so like, I wouldn't like bring anything up, and like, I would kind of just let them just say shit to me. And
when you said your parents like thought you were such a ladies' man, do you mean like you wanted them, that wasn't what was happening, but you wanted them to think that was what was happening?
Yeah. I mean, I think that I was a handsome child.
Right. You're a handsome guy.
So I think that girls would have a crush on me back then, but like I also was just so timid because of everything that was going on. But then like I think the boyfriend, like
that's why that's why they hated you.
Yeah, I guess so. And then
but how was your confidence back then?
It wasn't that high. And especially in high school, freshman, sophomore year, I was like a shell of myself because I was playing like varsity basketball at the time, and like these kids were like, our own home crowd was like chanting stuff at me, like making fun of me, like as I was playing. And it got to the point where like these kids were like waiting for me, like by my mom's car to like beat me up, like, and like, cause I knew where I would like leave from high school, and like got to a point where like there wasn't like really like a gang in the school, but there was like a small group that considered themselves a gang, and like I had a couple of friends I grew up with that like considered themselves a gang, and like I almost I got initiated.
What is happening in New Jersey?
Got initiated into it, but like the only way you initiate getting into it is getting jumped. And so this kid went in front of me, and like he had to get his ass whooped for a minute, and I was like, I can't do this, and so I ran. I ran.
So you didn't get into the gang?
No, I didn't. But I wanted protection.
Oh my!
I wanted protection.
Are we in The Sopranos? Like wait, you wanted to get in the gang for protection, but you had to whoop somebody's ass. You had to get whooped.
I had to get whooped for a minute, and they were beating this kid up in front of me. And I was like, they were like, Greg, you're next. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm out of here.
And you ran.
I ran, and I like, Mom, can you come pick me up on the other side?
So when did you get tall?
I hit the growth spurt sophomore going to junior year. That's also when I transferred. I maybe grew like a foot.
Because you're tall. You're a tall guy.
Yeah. And I grew close to a foot going into my junior year. And that's where I transferred.
Another school.
Into Rutgers Prep. And
why did you transfer that time?
It's for basketball.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And also I just wanted to get out of my high school. So
was it better there?
Yeah, they were so welcoming there and so nice. I also just, like looking back on it, I don't think like I was also like that. I think I was like closed off, and like I didn't want that to happen again. So like I just like wouldn't like befriend like that many people. Like I had like my core group, and like I feel like I developed like a big wall for like a lot of years.
So all this childhood stuff is like school stuff, bullying.
Yeah.
That you've been through.
Yeah.
Well, look at you now.
Yeah. No, I feel good. Hey, now.
Were you into, because you were doing sports and stuff, but were you into like theater? As we know, you took acting classes at the Meryl Streep.
At the Meryl Streep of acting. Yeah. The school is like 2 blocks from here.
Which one is it? That's what it's called?
The William Esper. No, it's not the Meryl Streep acting.
Okay,
no,
William Esper. That's known. That's known. Mm-hmm. So how did you get into the acting stuff? Did you like that in school too?
No, I mean, I feel like I always created like these like little videos with my friends. Always growing up, we always did these like little short skits, and I loved doing it. I would always just get a kick out of it. I always crack up, and I wanted to keep pursuing something creative. Right out of college.
Where'd you go to college?
St. Michael's in Vermont. Yeah. Really small school, like 2,500 kids were there.
Wow.
Which I loved it over there. I met my best friends over there. But right out of the gate, I got an insurance job, hated it, worked that for 6 months. And then I moved back home and went to...
What did you go for?
For what?
College.
Oh, it was business marketing.
Oh, business marketing. Okay, yeah. So you get insurance job. Didn't like it.
I hated it. Yeah.
You were living in New Jersey still?
Yeah. Well, no, I was in Boston. I was studying, getting my Series 6 in Boston.
You're Series 6? Mm-hmm. What is that?
It's for insurance. Don't ask me now because
Wait, did they make you get it, or you were getting it like this is my path?
No, you have to get like a license for insurance. So I did my life accident health license. I passed that.
Wait, did you want to do insurance?
I just wanted a job.
So you got into this insurance route.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing all these insurance classes.
Yeah.
And you're like, this ain't me.
No, I hated it. I just thought that there was something like more out there in the creative route for me, in the creative realm.
So when you went to sign up for these classes, were you living in New York?
No, I was in Jersey. I was commuting every single morning.
Oh, it was every day?
Mm-hmm. It was Monday through Saturday.
Oh, so what is it? Like a conservatory? Like that's like a hardcore. I thought you were taking like classes, like just like.
Well, the classes would be like spaced out. It would be like a 9 to 12 class would be like our scene study class, and then it would be voice and speech from 2 to 4. And then
movement
5 to 6 from like movement. Yeah.
Movement. That movement in acting classes always freaked me out.
Yeah. No,
it's weird in there.
They were gnarly.
Yeah.
Those classes. Yeah. It gets crazy in there.
So you did that for how long?
Well, the first year I full throttle, full time.
Wow.
Second year, went to the Knicks game. It was during this time, actually. It was in February 6th or 7th, I think. We went to the Knicks game. Got back from the Knicks game with my dad. He wasn't feeling that well. Woke up the next morning. He wasn't there. And my mom wasn't there. It was like 6 a.m. I was going for the train. And then I was calling them. Nobody would answer. And then like I was in class all day and like nobody was picking up their phone. My sisters, nobody. I was like, what the hell's going on? Something inside of me, I don't know why. I was like, I think something like really bad is happening. Like I think that he's sick or something. And then I got the call that afternoon that he had stage 4 liver cancer.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was shattering.
So he found out, and then how long until he passed? They
gave him maybe 2 months. And I remember walking in that room and everyone was like, what should we do? And we just like looked into, because they were like radiation. It's like too late at this point, like chemo. And we kind of just like try to go like the holistic route with him. Like I went vegan with him. And we were just trying like every outlet we could to help him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had no symptoms before that day that he didn't feel well and they went to get checked.
No,
That's
I mean,
wild.
he was struggling with sleeping like that week or the week prior, but like it was nothing serious. It's kind of crazy.
That's so scary.
Yeah. It's just like life can change. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like get routine checkups, whatever you can.
No,
like,
seriously. Yeah. Yeah. No, I know my family, we make sure they all make me do like blood work.
Like
like regularly.
Yeah.
Every year. Yeah.
Or like Pronovo, that MRI machine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you do it?
No, I haven't done it yet.
You should do it. You would do a great ad for it.
Yeah, for sure.
No, you're very good at ads.
Oh, thank you.
Hire him, people.
Thank you.
So are you like full-time influencing right now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel about saying it? Like I'm an influencer.
I don't say I'm an influencer.
What do you say you are? Content creator?
No, I also don't say that.
What do you say?
I say I do stuff on Instagram. I shake my ass on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard. Those words are hard.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. I try to say to people sometimes, I try to make people laugh.
What do you say on like a first date if somebody doesn't know you?
I say I post stuff on social media and try to make them laugh.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I mean, that's what I try to do at the end of the day.
Do you care about like views and likes and engagement, or do you?
No, I mean, it's nice.
Like, no, but do you get wrapped up in it? Like everybody cares, but are you like, you do this video, you put effort into them too, right? You'll like edit them, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, it's surprisingly, it doesn't take that long. It really doesn't. And most of my stuff is like very like spur in the moment. And it like happens like in real time, or like Andrew will like have his phone out and like.
How are you and Andrew such soulmates?
I don't know. I think about that sometimes because I'm really lucky to have him in my life. He's been always such an optimistic person, and like I've never really seen him upset and like really get anything past like an hour or two, like he gets over. And like with him, he's just like always like he's always up, and it's always nice to be in somebody's presence like that.
Why do you get down a lot?
No, I think in the past I have. I think I've always been like extremely hard on myself. I think that this year especially, I try to wake up every morning.
Do a gratitude journal or something?
No, I just...
Okay, Greg, that would have been taking it.
Yeah.
What are you doing in the morning?
No, I feel I sound like such a loser right now. I just try to... I don't gratitude journal, but I think I just like try to say in my head, or like even like out loud, maybe a whisper. Like I'm like
thank you.
Thank you, and I'm grateful for today. Like I have so much in life that I should be grateful for. I have so many great friends, stuff along that. And I think it's helped, change me a lot this year.
The gratitude,
like gratitude. Like I think like at first, like I thought that it was like so cliche and so weird, but I think that like you can at least train your mind into like learning that like you are grateful and are thankful for everything in your life.
Yeah, even if it's like not the journal or a whisper, even like just self-talk in your brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can do it in many ways. Were you nervous about the TikTok ban because of your...
No, honestly, I really wasn't.
You weren't?
No, I mean...
Were you thinking of doing the secret thing that everybody did?
What was it called? Red Note?
Well, no, they were doing... Was it that... It was called Red Note? No.
What's the secret
People were
thing?
doing because they thought TikTok would close. It was like a trend where they were saying like something wild. You missed that?
Oh, no. Yeah. No, I wasn't thinking about that.
So you wouldn't care.
If it got banned?
Right.
No, I mean, I try to believe that everything will work out in life.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
So you
Well,
weren't crying on the app?
I wasn't, no.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Are you going to do anything with these acting chops? I feel like I've seen the comments on your TikToks.
Mhm.
And aside from like Greg, like daddy or like whatever, daddy, they're like, go act. You're so good at this.
Yeah, I
People
mean,
say, are you doing auditions? Are you trying to like do something?
I've never been on audition in my life.
What?
Yeah, no.
Why?
I think that a lot was going on post school that like I just never gave it a shot.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Maybe down the road.
Well, you have a team.
And I do have a team.
Have them start getting you like sending in auditions.
Yeah, I mean, we went on a meeting recently just for, stuff maybe in like more of like the creative realm, not necessarily acting, but just more stuff and
maybe like hosting or something.
Maybe who knows is what I have to say. Who knows? I don't
You're
even
33. You turned 32.
No
31.
No, I just turned 23. I'm just joking. No, I'm 31.
31. Huh?
Why?
No, because I thought you were born in
93.
Right.
Yeah.
That's 31.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're turning 32 like in June.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you see where did you think you would be at 32? Like,
oh man, I thought I was gonna be married
with kids.
Yeah, house, kids. Yeah, thought I would have had like 2 kids by now.
Do you want 3 like you were telling me before your siblings have 3 kids?
Yeah, I would like to have something close to the household I grew up in. I loved. I mean, 4 is a lot at the end of the day, but I loved having.
You were 4 siblings?
I'm the youngest of 4. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I would love to have, if not, I would like to have a couple kids.
Yeah, I always think it's funny when on The Bachelor they talk about having kids and the number they would want.
Yeah, what do people say, like 6?
Even though I just asked that, I know it's ridiculous. But yeah, they'll say like 5 or 6 or whatever. And I'm like, have one first.
Yeah.
Let's talk later.
No, seriously.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to put too much pressure in my life at this point. I think it'll all work out. And with like the right person, we'll figure it out eventually.
You guys, I've been waiting for February because I just have had nothing to watch recently on television. And I knew that February was going to be such a good TV month. And what I'm most excited about is Running Point. It's a new Netflix show. It's going to come out on February 27th. This is a show by Mindy Kaling, who I love. And Kate Hudson is starring in it. So she's back. She's back to being in comedies. She's comedy gold. Like, this is where she's meant to be. This is where we love to see her. So, like, it's a meeting of just 2 geniuses, Mindy Kaling and Kate Hudson. Like, what could go wrong? And I love the premise. It looks like it's going to be so funny. It's going to be about this huge, like, scandal surrounding a pro basketball team called the Los Angeles Waves. Okay. And Isla Gordon, who's played by Kate Hudson, she steps up to run the family business. And she has like brothers that are hilarious, and the board, they aren't thrilled. And the whole sports world is like raising eyebrows. But Isla, she's going to show everyone she can run the game better than anyone expected. So you just know this is going to be hilarious, sharp, edgy. There's going to be like dysfunctional family drama and Kate Hudson proving the haters wrong while everyone tries to block her shot. So you guys, I'm going to be watching. I hope you join me in watching Running Point, only on Netflix, February 27th. Get ready to binge your new favorite comedy. Let's talk about real food for a hot minute. We all know we should be eating real whole foods. You got to read labels and try to avoid sketchy ingredients. That's why we love Primal Kitchen condiments. They nailed the perfect combo of high quality ingredients and delicious flavor. So your meal will taste as real and homemade as it gets. I love it because I'm such a condiment girly. Like, that's how I grew up. So like having a good one that is made by good ingredients and not sketchy ones is so important. Their ranch dressing was so delicious, made with avocado oil. that I made a salad every day. So if you get Primal Kitchen's no dairy ranch dressing, you'll eat more veggies. It's as simple as that. They also have like an unsweetened ketchup made with organic California grown tomatoes with no high fructose corn syrup and all that artificial sweetener stuff. You guys, if you're all about real food and you need help making it exciting, you need Primal Kitchen condiments and sauces made with real ingredients we love. They're your secret weapon for making easy dinners of just protein and veggies taste amazing. Exactly what I was saying. Head to primalkitchen.com/notskinnypodcast to save 20% off your next online order. The code is not skinny at checkout, and that's Primal Kitchen, PRIMAL kitchen.com/notskinnypodcast. And the code is not skinny. Primal Kitchen products are also available in stores nationwide, so you can visit primalkitchen.com/notskinnypodcast to find a location near you. Are you sick of paying big money to big wireless carriers, overpaying for your wireless plans? Are you fed up with those crazy high bills, bogus fees, and those free perks that actually end up costing you more in the long run? Then switch to Mint Mobile. Say bye-bye to being overcharged, okay, with those jaw-dropping monthly bills and unexpected overages you don't even understand that you just like accept and pay anyway. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. And all of their plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your current phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your own number along with all your existing contacts. Ditch overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for only $15 a month. If you like your money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/notskinny. That's mintmobile.com/notskinny. Upfront payment of $45 a month for 3 months, 5 gigabyte plan required. That's equivalent to $15 a month. New customers offer for first 3 months only, then full price plans options available. Taxes and fees are extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
And you're in New York now. Would you want to settle in New York, like in the East Coast?
I'm also trying to figure that out because like eventually, my goal for this year is to, I do want to invest and buy a house. But that's also tough because I'm trying to think like, well, what if my person who I meet eventually doesn't want to live there? But like, I could always use it as like a rental property, investment property. Who knows? But I'm trying to figure that out this year.
Of like, you want to maybe buy something.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been a goal of mine to at least like have a house like near my family. They're all down at the beach in Jersey.
Oh, cute.
So like it would be nice to at least like have a home there that like I can go to even in the summers or something.
We were talking before how you lived in Chicago for 6 months with Andrew.
Yeah.
Was that like a trial where you're like, let me see if I like it in Chicago? Like maybe I'll move here.
No, it wasn't necessarily a trial. I think that I just kind of, I've been in the East Coast for so long. I think I just needed to do something for myself.
I do want to talk to you a little bit about The Bachelorette.
Shoot.
Just because I was watching then. I don't watch anymore. Do you watch the show?
You know what? I actually watched last night for the first time in I don't know how long.
Was it the premiere?
Yeah.
Of Grant?
Yeah.
How'd he do?
I thought he did well.
Yeah?
I thought he did great.
Would you be the Bachelor?
I'd be the Bachelor. They wouldn't ask me to be the Bachelor.
Why?
I think that it's been like, 4 years at this point.
Let me tell you something, Bachelor franchise. It would be smart. Not only Greg, but like a lot of people are like me where we stopped watching after like Clayton. Okay. I don't know why. No offense, Clayton.
Yeah.
But like something happened there when the 2 girls, what season was the 2 girls? Or the 2 guys?
Oh, Gabby and Rachel.
Which like love them.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch. I was like, they're so cute. Didn't watch.
Right.
Something happened after Clayton or Colton. No, Clayton, because Colton I watched. Anyway, something happened where I know a lot of people fell off. And it's kind of like I miss the days of The Bachelor where we knew all the people. Like obviously I knew you, I knew Andrew, we know Katie, we know like Matt and Rachel, they just broke up. We all know their story. I feel like today, if a couple broke up from like Grant season, not as many people would know because people kind of fell off. So it actually would be smart of the Bachelor franchise to bring back a Bachelor / Bachelorette, like an oldie but goodie.
An oldie but goodie.
Yeah. So, but would you? I'm not saying would they ask you, but would you?
I mean, that's an interesting question. It would be interesting. I mean, I think that if I were to do something like that, I would like it to be announced earlier, just so like people could know who they're going on for. You know, I wouldn't want to be a surprise to anyone.
Yeah.
And like I would want to have people genuinely there for me.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm single,
Like, could you imagine Greg being like, "Are you here for the right reasons?"
can you imagine?
Did you hear it was me and then sign up? I need to know.
No, I would just want people to.
It makes sense. I've always wondered that as a viewer, like, but do they know? Do they know it was her? And then you'll. Sometimes I remember us cluing in because they would say like, when I heard it was you, I blah blah blah. But it's like when you heard it was you were excited, but you had already applied no matter who it was.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So I wonder. So do you know if they do that on some seasons? Yes, and some seasons no, or they don't do that at all? Like tell the people.
I feel like
when they sign up.
I feel like they rarely announce early. Yeah. Yeah. They didn't tell me at all who it was. They wouldn't tell me. And
so you didn't know.
I had no idea. And then eventually when I was in New Mexico, I looked out my window and they were like filming something out with Katie. And I was like, oh, it's Katie. Great.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back. How do you even, this was, you were doing the Meryl Streep School of Acting.
I was in Meryl Streep School of Acting, yes.
And you said you did the year really seriously.
Yeah.
And then everything happened with your dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then
then I was working 2 different jobs. I was working at Mondo for a few months, and then I made the switch over, and I was marketing for an agency. I was running like social media and back end stuff for a documentary called Fantastic Fungi. And so I was working.
Oh, people love that.
Yeah, so I was working with them on that. And then eventually I was working with them for like, I don't know, 9 months, and I got that call to go on.
That's about the mushrooms, right?
Yeah.
I might have a girl for you.
Oh, is that right?
That's obsessed with that.
Oh, cool.
And like, she's so cute.
Oh.
And you worked on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's, you know who it is? She was a guest. Imagine that. I'd be like, how awkward am I? I know somebody who worked on the Fantastic Fungi, and he's cute. Would you want to date him? Like, that will be my opener.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you worked on the Fantastic Fungi then.
Yeah. And then I got the call to go on. It was on.
But who applied?
Well, I got called for a couple different seasons at first. Yeah, like called for it.
Like because they saw your social media?
No, my sister Samantha submitted me. She loves the show. And so she submitted me back in the day. And I was in school. It was my first year.
Yeah.
And I got an LA number randomly. I was like sitting in between classes, and I picked up, and like I hung up because I thought it was my friends pranking me.
Yeah.
And then they called me back, and they were like, no, like this is serious. Like, would you like to talk? And what was I, 24, 25 at the time? And I sent them an email back, and I was like, this isn't the right time. I was like, I'm in no shape, like ready to get engaged or anything at this point. And then they called me back 2 years later, 2 years later, and it was for, I didn't know at the time, but then it was like for Claire Crawley season. And I almost did it. I mean, they came to my house and everything to film stuff. And then I went there, and then COVID hit, and then I had to go home. And then I just
going to do Claire Crawley season. You were like, how old?
Gosh, what was I? 26?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then I didn't
and she was like 40, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you didn't know that?
No, I had no idea prior.
Okay.
And then they were like calling people back to go on after they announced the cast. And I was talking to the producers, I was like, I gotta be honest with you, I don't think she's gonna like me. And then
why did you think she wouldn't?
I just felt like still like a little boy at the time. Honestly. I really did.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way that
like she's a woman.
Yeah, no, I was like, there's no way. And like, I also didn't have like, I don't feel like I had my life together, settled at that point.
Okay.
Like I didn't feel confident enough to walk in there.
Yeah.
And I just feel like we were just at different stages, and like it just wouldn't have happened. And then it just stopped. And then eventually it was so weird. It was the night of my dad's passing that they called back. December 30th.
You mean like a year later?
Yeah. Yeah. A year later. And it was on the day of his passing, and they called back. And I told them, I was like, I don't know if I am ready for this. And then they're like, we really, really think that this girl, like, you'll like a lot. And I was like, thought about it with my family and stuff. My mom saw this medium like the following week. And she was like, and for your son, she was like, anybody with the name of blank that like, that would like ring a bell for him, or like something along that nature, something. I'm keep on getting this name for him. And it was the producer that called me. And I was like, that's so weird. I was like, that is so weird that name got brought up out of everyone's name.
Yeah.
And I said, fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
And I went on. Mm-hmm.
Hashtag no regrets.
Yeah, hashtag no regrets.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at this like compilation of your time there today, even though I was very much in the season, as you know.
Okay.
I was still watching. And somebody said something on TikTok so smart, which that rarely happens.
Yeah.
But they were like, the word, because I always say this today, there are so many buzzwords that go on, right? People say gaslighting, toxic, narcissist, all these words. I feel like Katie brought the word gaslighting back or to the forefront with you.
Yeah.
That word was everywhere.
Yeah, that was an interesting time.
How did you, so watching it back, you said, I love you. She was kind of not saying anything. You wanted more. Then you stormed off.
Mm-hmm.
People found out you were in the Meryl Streep School of Acting.
Yeah.
They were like, that was all an act. He wanted out.
Yeah.
And there was and then the gaslighting. People thought you were gaslighting because she was like trying to like calm you down, and you were kind of saying like, this isn't enough. Like, you're not saying what I want to hear.
Yeah. I think that, even like looking back on it, like, I think
3 years. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that, I even like back then, like, put too much stake in other people to like, because I remember I say even during it, like you like filled like a hole, and like I shouldn't, like, even back then, like I was like relying on people to make me happy, like, which wasn't healthy. But like I think I just, at the end of the day, I threw a hissy fit at the end of the day.
You were into her though, for real.
Oh yeah.
You, like, loved her at the time.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
You what?
I said without a doubt.
Oh, without a doubt.
I mean, I was on the plane.
And I think she was really into you too. You didn't sense it? Like, because I think maybe the viewers got so mad because we're like, Greg, she's obsessed with you. Like, how don't you see it? Like, you're in this moment saying like you're not saying it back. But like, as viewers, we kind of knew like you were her front runner.
Yeah. I mean.
But you didn't feel it? It
was a tough situation. It was really tough. It's not that I mean, we just... you
threw a hissy fit?
I threw a hissy fit.
Because you didn't hear what you wanted to?
Not that... It was also like a gut feeling that I had. I was like, something about it just really didn't feel right to me. And I remember getting on the plane like an hour after, because I got flown out. Like, literally, I didn't even have any time to like process or think. And I went on literally like the next flight out, and I remember being in the airport being like, holy shit, like, did I just really like mess this up? Like, I was trying to be like, hey, like, can you guys contact me if anything? Would love to maybe speak with her. And I didn't hear back.
And she hated you.
Yeah. I mean,
she roasted you at the reunion. She was waiting for that moment.
Yeah. She the reunion was it was I felt like I was, especially with like the crowd and everything, like you walk into that place, you like feel like you're in like the Hunger Games for a second. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I? I felt like I was.
So how did you get through it? Because so many people experience this, like, especially on social media, even without being on a reality show, right?
Yeah.
When everybody just comes for them. How did you deal with it and like get through it? Because you got through it. You're here today. Like we said, most people aren't talking about this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you do it?
I spent a lot of time with like my best friends and my family. I just tried to stay offline. I mean, I also didn't have TikTok at the time, so I feel like people were like dissecting everything on TikTok. So like not having TikTok, I think, was really good for me.
Yeah.
At that point, And I also were like reels even like a thing back then.
Yeah, no, we weren't making reels.
And so like I think it was just different back then with social media. So I really like wasn't seeing it as much.
It was like me and my story being like, so Greg went to the Mariners fan.
Yeah, no, seriously. So I was like, don't look up Amanda. I kind of just try to distance myself on social media.
Yeah.
And just try to stay close to my friends or family. But like, honestly, even like going out was a little brutal because I would always like get chirped always.
People would say
I mean, people are really sweet also. But then there was also like another side that like people would like,
we're upset.
Yeah, they would like rip me apart in the street.
Have you spoken to Katie ever since?
We like hashed it out over like a DM. I want to say like a month after, and like we squashed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're all good.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying Bachelor, maybe. Bachelor in Paradise, for some reason, Andrew went on, but you didn't go on.
Yeah, no, I didn't go on.
Why?
I also didn't feel like I was ready back then. I really don't. I just felt like it was still like so fresh. I also didn't feel like stable enough like in my own life to go back there. I really feel like I let everyone's like opinions back then really affect me. And I'm glad that I took time off. I'm really glad.
Would you date anybody from the Bachelor world? You guys love like that Bachelor incest.
Yeah. If the right one was around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm sure you get a gazille DMs.
A gazelle?
A gazelle.
I love when you do this.
Like more DMs on TikTok or more DMs on Instagram? I don't even know how DM on TikTok work. Like, I feel like it's less of a thing, or is it a thing?
I think that you could DM me on TikTok. I don't.
You don't check?
No, I mean, there's more on Instagram. Nobody ever really shoots me a DM on TikTok.
So honestly. DMs on Instagram.
TikTok DMs are weird. I've seen.
Yeah,
they're like a really weird DMs. Yeah, they're strange.
Wait, so DMs on Instagram, like, are girls are there nudes? Are there asking you out? Are they asking you out?
I honestly don't know if there's news or not, because like if there's like a photo, like
right, you can click it. Yeah,
like I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
I'm not checking.
Okay,
I'm not checking because I remember back in the like when I was like first experiencing the show, I would like be like, "What's this photo?" I was like, "Oh shit!"
Really? So there were then?
Well, like it wouldn't just. Yeah, it was interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, it was interesting, and like I would just be like, "Oh gosh!" Like they just saw that. I just opened that. I'm just gonna.
So like it at least.
No, I didn't want to.
You left a nude on red.
Come on. I just.
That would hurt. Imagine being that girl.
No, or I maybe, or no, I think I might have said thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you for this.
Thank you for this. Wait, so how many DMs of girls hitting on you a day do you get?
Oh God, hitting on me a day. I don't check every day. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
have you ever gone out with somebody who had DM'd you?
Yeah, there's been a girl that I've gone out with. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like a fan?
No, she wasn't a fan. No,
for sure. I was gonna say for surezies, but like I don't want to like use more slang today.
No, she definitely wasn't a fan.
Really? She didn't know who you were?
No, I mean I think that she just she's probably, I don't know. I
don't know either, Greg. I have no idea what you're saying.
I don't think that she was a fan. I think that she watched the show. Maybe that's why she followed me. But she probably hung out with way cooler people than
you.
Yeah.
Really?
So I was like, oh.
Do you slide into people's DMs? Maybe like.
Rarely.
Really?
Yeah, rarely.
So how do you meet the ladies when you do?
Well, I'm not in the apps.
Right. You're not in the apps.
I haven't been on app for years.
So when you go on dates, how do you meet them?
I meet them in the wild, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
You hit on girls?
I wouldn't say I hit on girls.
I mean, like, if you're at a bar and you meet them in the wild, how does the interaction occur? Because you don't even say hi to people like me.
Hey, you know what? Maybe,
no, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just serious.
No, like, yeah. And I'll say, hey, you know what? Like, do you come here often?
You'll say that.
And
you'll do like a little awkward thing.
I mean, it might be awkward.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe usually it's just like a little funny exchange. And I'll be like, how about you and I get a drink one night? And then boom.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
I forget if you were like funny on that season.
I don't think that.
Yeah,
I don't think I was. I was labeled as a sad boy, which like
but that's them knowing everything that had happened. That's a weird label.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I just have, and like people come up to me sometimes, like if I'm at like a restaurant or say a bar sometimes, and like it's happened all throughout my life ever since college. That people will be like, "What's wrong?"
Because I know my sister has the same face.
And I'll be like
a worried face.
I'll be like, "What do you mean? Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Is something wrong with you right now?"
Your face look like a little like.
No, I know, and I think it's just like my face when it settles. I think that like
that's just my face.
I just look sad maybe, but I get it all the time.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
In Bachelor Nation news, Matt James and Rachel Kirkconnell broke up. Did you see he posted the breakup thing?
I saw, yeah.
What'd you think of it?
I was shocked. I don't know them or follow either of them, but like I obviously saw, I feel like everyone was talking about it.
Do you have any tea that you'll tell me after?
I have 0 tea.
Seriously?
I'm not even kidding you. I have 0 tea.
When you and Victoria broke up, did you do an announcement?
It was like a slow kind of thing. Like, I think that people were dissecting for a while that like
I even dissected
that we've been broken up, and we both just like kind of like.
So you didn't do an announcement?
No.
Mm-hmm. Did you think to maybe do?
Well, I went on a podcast and like Jason asked me if I was single.
And you said yes.
We were broken up at that point for a couple months, and like it was just it was like a slow burn type of thing, like in terms of like announcing something.
I see.
Like
Are you on good terms?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Will she like your TikToks?
Oh no, we don't like talk or anything. But like we wished the best for each other.
Yeah.
And like I know that she wishes the best for me as well, and like I wish the best for her. But like no.
If you see her with another dude, would you be jelly?
Oh no.
No. Not anymore.
Yeah, no.
What's an unpopular opinion that you have that would piss people off?
I like pineapple on pizza.
For realsies.
For realsies.
Like you order it on the reg?
No.
Okay.
No. I got introduced to it like a few years ago, and I don't mind it. I like it. A little sweet and salty.
What's like a pop culture hot take that you have?
A pop culture hot take.
Like do you follow like the pop culture news?
Not really.
Okay, so
no.
Let's do a more fun game.
Okay.
Who would you rather date?
Oh,
Only
boy.
3 I'm going to give you.
Oh boy.
Okay. Rachel Kirkconnell or Kaylin Bristow.
Oh, you're a messy one. Oh, you are a messy one. Oh God. I mean, that's interesting. I'm buddies with Jason. But
so Rachel, slide in.
Yeah. So
slide in.
Rachel. Yeah, I guess.
Paige DeSorbo, who's also single now.
Yeah.
Or Sierra from Summer House.
I think I haven't met Paige. Sierra's really cute. I've met her before.
I could see Sierra falling for Greg.
But I also have never met Paige. But Sierra was really cool.
Sierra. Okay, Rachel. Sierra. Okay. Daisy Kent or Maria Georgas.
Who are they? I'm just joking. I plead the fifth with that one.
Oh, you plead the fifth. Why?
I don't know. I
can't decide.
No, they both are great. I both met them. They're really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's react to some thirst comments from your TikTok.
Oh, you got them?
Got some.
Okay.
Day 7 of me asking Greg Grippo to get drinks with me and my friend on the Upper West Side.
Day 7?
She's been trying for 7 days.
Holy shit. Is she's in New York City?
Is she? She's on the Upper West Side.
Maybe I just surprised them.
Yeah.
One
Maybe
night.
I have an idea for you,
yeah.
girl. Tell him where. Be like Jacob's Pickles. I don't know what's on the Upper West Side. Like,
yeah, I would go.
Just tell him where.
I would go.
We'll make it happen. I don't know what looks better, the food or you. Okay. That's our reaction.
That's a sweet one. That's really sweet. Well, I wonder what the food was.
I know. I wonder too. Do you post good food?
I don't know. I don't do food content. No.
I fear this is my exact type.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, that is sweet.
That's sweet.
So passionate, So complicated. So Greg.
Wow. I think they hit the nail right on the head with that.
That is so you.
Yeah, I like that she said that. I thought that was very original.
I have one that's kind of like what I said, but like I didn't say it romantically, like she's obviously saying it.
Yeah.
It's so cringy. It's not cringe because it's you.
Oh, I see. I like that.
But it's so true. Like if you could teach a class, it would be in that.
It would be cool to be a professor one day.
In that,
and like it would be cool. Who knows?
I'll tell you if you ever get cringy.
Yeah, please do.
I will.
Please do.
Because I see some Bachelor guys and I'm like, oh.
And I don't doubt that you tell me.
I will.
Yeah,
I will. Mix of Ryan Gosling and Chris Olsen. Oh, I told him Kieran Culkin. Was that when we were on air? So I told you Kieran Culkin because I told you that during the season, I thought you were Jewish. I'm like a nice Jewish boy from New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And then found out you were very not Jewish. Mm-hmm. But you were saying you get that from a lot of people, the Jewish boy vibe.
I do a lot. But the Kieran Culkin ones, I feel like it just started happening
because
recently.
He's like back really in like limelight.
That makes sense.
So you're both like,
who's Chris Olsen?
He does a lot of TikToks with like Meghan Trainor or something.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about. Okay,
random. But they also thought this was Armie Hammer.
Oh wow, do I look like Armie Hammer?
Maybe like
you said kinda.
I mean, it's a compliment. He's very handsome.
He is very handsome.
Somebody said, weird way to propose, but I do.
No.
That's funny. That actually is funny. So when should we pick out rings?
Wow. Moving fast.
Yeah. I wonder what this feels like. Like, so we talked about confidence in high school and stuff. Mm-hmm. Does this give confidence? Does this make you a confident person?
I think in the beginning stages of social media, when I first started posting, I think that I let everything get to me, the highs and the lows. Mm. And so now I think I've reached a point where like I try to not take any stake into like really either.
That's
because
smart.
Like I just you don't want to rely on people for that or to like get like some serotonin or
it's true.
And so like
because if you live off of that and then the tides turn and it could kill you.
Exactly. So I think it's funny and I definitely try to not let it affect me.
Okay, good. We don't want that head getting too big.
I know.
With the sad face and the big head.
I actually do have I do have a massive like actual head. Like the cap size, I have to like go to like the last stitch on like a snapback.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a big head?
Yeah, I have a noggin.
And men's heads sometimes as they age get bigger. Like you guys, before you pick your head. Leonardo DiCaprio, thick ass head.
Oh shit.
Val Kilmer, thick ass head.
Damn, I'm gonna really have a massive.
We need to make sure it doesn't.
I can't do anything for that. All right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, if they haven't done anything and their heads grew like,
and they're
definitely I don't have access to that.
You guys, seriously now, at home, think about all the actors with big head syndrome that occurred as they age, and you will be like Amanda.
Yeah,
you're so smart, Greg. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
I love how this is kismet. It happened. Mm-hmm. Even Regina works with me knows because I always love your content and what you put out, and I think you're so funny. And this kind of happened.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, hello, God is listening.
Yeah.
So I love that.
No, I love that too. I'm happy that we finally met.
Me too. Yeah. And I will say hi next time I see you.
Thank you. You better.
And you too.
I will.
Okay.
I will.